Yo, what is up guys? It's Jake from Sleepy in Savannah. Today doing the range vlog. This is the May the 5th range vlog. I decided against numbering them and just dating them instead. So let's get into it. First thing, trying out kind of a new belt setup. I think it's been a while since you guys have seen the belt. I've been doing a bad job of posting. I apologize for that. I moved the double mag pouch back a bit to make room for this new S-Tac 45-degree mag pouch I want to try out. I went to a steel challenge shooting competition. I have some videos from that, just haven't really figured out how I want to post them yet, if at all. But my buddies were running 45-degree pouches and I liked it, so got that. And then of course a dump pouch. It's really a double stack, like old military double stack mag pouch, but it's where I kind of keep my magazines that I primarily want to load into the gun. So kind of heads up real quick, somebody else is out here on the range with me. This is the SSS Gun Club, and there's some other people out here, so excuse the background gunshot noises. Ear Pro, Eye Pro. I'll be shooting this way. So as I kind of put on my Ear Pro to walk you guys through the drill, as you can see, I'll step out of the way. There are 3 targets. There's one right there, one right there, one right there. So cold start, I have done about 2 dry fires where I just made sure my dot was calibrated to the sunlight out. It is very hot and very sunny, and I am shooting into the sun, so I wanted to make sure that my dot was where I wanted it to be. So cold start, I'm gonna do 2 shots on this target to our right, so to the far right, 2 on the middle, and then a wide transition to the guy on the left, and I want to throw in a USPSA reload or a speed reload, which is where I keep 1 round in the chamber and I hit a reload with this 45-degree mag pouch and put 2 shots on that one. So it'll be 2, 2, reload, 2. So it's kind of working a transition and a reload at the same time. I'm also gonna do something that Ben Stoker preaches in his book, and that's averages. So I'm going to shoot it 3 times and then check where I am average across the board when it comes to where my hits are landing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Time on that, 4.94. All right, so that's that's faster than a shot a second, including a draw and a reload. So I'm kind of happy with that right now. Less than a second. Let's try to beat 450 and clean up our hits. I can already see from here we're not doing great. Definitely a rougher round right there. Not my best, not my best. Looking at 5.24, so added time there. I think, so this is kind of a concept I want to talk about. In dry firing, I don't put the grip pressure I need to on the gun. I know there's nothing in it, so I'm barely gripping it when I dry fire, and I think that's kind of coming to bite me in the ass on the range here. Let's get it one more time. Well, forgot to reload, but 3.64 on that last one. Completely forgot to reload. That's kind of frustrating, but happy with that. So, okay, so the hits for each target are kind of posted up on them. I think really in dry firing, and this is what I want to drive home, that really kind of makes you a good shooter is dry firing. Obviously, it's like preached all over YouTube, and any sort of book, competitive shooter will say it's really dry fire that makes you. I think my grip isn't tight enough. So let's hit a few more rounds and see if I can tighten up this group. Maybe slow it down a bit, and remember to reload. Let's do another 3. So we looked at 4.86. Let's see what else we can get. 4.55. Let me look at the reload times on this. 1.73, but that reload felt better than the other ones. And to smooth it out, had to do an emergency reload there on that last one. Very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. So this magazine went dry. So let's look. That was 233, so not really where I want it. Sub-second reload would be nice. And let's talk hits. Okay, new scores are up. Starting to get better, starting to feel better about my hits. In dry fire, I think I really need to start focusing on that reload, starting to speed it up. Of course, with the new pouch, it's kind of difficult, but I feel like I'm getting faster. And this is a nice little pouch, kind of a little pseudo review. I'm a big fan. Let's run it 3 more times, and we'll kind of talk scores again. And we'll start calling out reload times like a professional. So 5.5 or 4.5 overall, happy with that time. 1.3 draw, and then 1.7 reload. So I want to work on, I feel like I can cut some time down on the reload. .27 draw, so went faster on the draw. And then as for the reload, messed up because I dropped the magazine on the barrel, so it counted that. The reload was slower though, way slower. All right, last time. It messed up again because I keep dropping it on the barrel, but draw, good, 1.21. And in dry fire, I've been really working on draw lately. So I think these draws have been faster than my draws in the past, and that's been one of the weak points in my game. I feel like I'm a USPSA C to B class shooter, which means I'm like better than 50% of the people who shoot it. Kind of where I've been placing, but draw is one of my weakest points, and I feel like I've been improving on the draw here. I'm not a great shooter by any means. This is kind of documenting my journey, and it's focusing on my wrist placements. So when I dry fire, I'm thinking about trying to muscle memory where my wrist is, especially for a Glock, because it's not necessarily like this. Glock is kind of, this isn't over exaggerated, but it's kind of like that. So something to talk about. Okay, so I'm really comfortable settling onto this target right here, as you can see by the new average, or the new averages are coming up right here on the draw. Well, I am getting that speed I'm talking about, kind of rushing it. And then as for the one on the right here, so I'm really focused on the reload. But yeah, so this is kind of the benchmark. I've hit the drill. This is where I'm at. I was averaging about 4.5 to 5 seconds with about a 0.17 reload and a 1.2 to 1.3 draw. So that's kind of my benchmark, kind of where I'm at right now. I think at dry fire, I really got to focus, kind of just keep repping that. And then the reloads, the way I have my dry fire set up, I'm not doing a swing with the reloads. In reality, in USPSA, when you're planning a stage, you should do reloads either on the move or while transitioning to a wide target. It shouldn't be shooting a close target. Like, I wouldn't reload between these two targets. I know I did it here once, but not a good idea. All right, so I'm gonna set up for the next drill, and then we'll rep it, call it a day. Okay, so now for this next drill, I'm going to do a somewhat fighting retreat is what I'm gonna call this drill, the fighting retreat drill. So I'm gonna practice movement, but running backwards. So what I'm gonna do, and still incorporating a reload, these drills are very dynamic, is I'm gonna start at that white barrel, draw, 2 shots, run to this middle barrel right here, 2 shots, and then from that barrel to this barrel, reload. 2 shots on each. I left my Sharpie at the truck, but I don't wanna walk all that way. It's kind of a little bit of a walk to grab a Sharpie, so I just flipped the targets around. Big brain thinking. As always, we're gonna do averages. I'll kind of be able to see where I'm at on every run, so it'll be kind of a little bit of cheating. Plus, this is a higher round count, so I think I'm gonna do 2 rounds and then look at the averages. Oop, reloaded too early. This drill is tough. I'm not gonna lie. And my gun is surprisingly malfunctioning. So, this next one I think is gonna be slide lock, yep. We'll do a slide lock reload, and we're gonna do from this barrel to this barrel. I haven't even been looking at my times, good Lord. This drill's a mess. I've just been so focused on the malfunction. So 11.98 on that one. First shot, 125. Not great, not great. All right, let's see it. That felt good. 1085. First shot, 1.19. The reload on the move was, this glare, it's kind of hard to see, 3.14. Not bad though, because I was moving. Let's get it. .97, what a way to end it. Draw is 1.17, could be better. And then, thought I had left the pistol. First movement was 2.23. And then movement with the reload was 2.92. What a good way to end it. I'm a very happy boy. I'm a very happy boy with that. All right, so in conclusion, some kind of more difficult drills today, but that's just kind of what I'm coming out in here and hitting. I think, honestly, seeing some improvement from dry fire. Very fun drills, very specific. I think running this way and reloading is definitely a challenge. Of course, when I review the footage, I'll see how I looked. Probably not great. And then the swing transition to that target hiding in the brush, definitely difficult with the reload. So I think my takeaways from this is that I need to dry fire the reloads more, just really rep that in. I probably need another, infinite amount of reps. Always be dry firing, but probably need to focus on that reload from this 45 pouch is my big takeaway. So practice the reloads, but this 45 pouch I like a lot. It's just natural for me to grab. So big fan of that. And then as for disengaging the targets, just work on that movement, kind of setting my stance. I got a lot of work to do when it comes to movement. I waste a lot of time on movement, reloads. Really, I could cut my time everywhere, but I'd say reloads and draws are my primary, and then movement is the third place. My double taps are not top tier by any means of the imagination, but I feel like those come with time, and then just also the weapon system I'm using. As for the Glock, I think 3 malfunctions today. So Also kind of a interesting takeaway. We'll see. I plan on doing a lot more shooting out here. I have friends on the way to come shoot after I'm done recording this video, so I will let you guys know how this Glock is doing, hopefully in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.